Alrighty, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I'm back, and it is time for another Starcraft 2 1 vs 1 replay cast of the Probots variety. We're back at you with another one of these, and I really enjoyed casting the last one. And then I saw another game that is going to be the same matchup, so it's going to be another Terran versus Zerg. Last match, it was ChaosBot, who we have once again taking on QueenBot. This time it's going to be against another Zerg bot, SpinyBot. So ChaosBot gonna be just showing us more chaos. This bot definitely lives up to its name, and so I'm excited to watch it again as it's already building a proxy barrack. So it does seem that it has this one hard program strategy, although I really want to see this bot now against like a Protoss or a Terran, see how it plays. Who knows, maybe it's just a TVZ bot. I don't know. And we've actually got two barracks going up for ChaosBot right out the gate. Looks like the drone of Spiny is going to work away on this SCV, though. That's very important for SpinyBot. Finding that SCV, going to be working away on it. However, not working away on the SCV that's building the rack that's closer to completion. So it looks like one of these racks will end up completing, which is a big issue for Spiny. However, Spiny's got a spawning pool on the way. So we'll see how well this bot's going to react to it. You imagine if you make a if you make a Zerg bot, you do have to be able to deal with two racks at some point. That's kind of a necessity for Zerg players and Zerg bots alike. Now more SCVs are coming forward for ChaosBot. SpinyBot's moving out, taking a third base because it don't give a damn apparently. It just says, yeah, two racks, no big deal. I need that third base. Drone goes down to that Marine, so drones are no longer going to be able to cancel this from the looks of it, which is rather problematic for Spiny. And now we'll just see how well this bot is going to react to this aggression. I believe I've seen Spiny be contained once before by cannons, and it waited a long time before breaking out, which is sometimes a necessity in this game. So there's a chance Spiny may do something similar. However, we do see 5 drones heading out. I don't know if this is the correct call, Spiny. The drones are going to go and try and shut down the bunker. The Marine, however, is gunning down the drones, and the drones just targeting the bunker is not going to fly. They need to kill this Marine, which they absolutely could, but oh, this is going to get worse and worse here for Spiny as precious drones are going down, and there's going to be no way to stop this as the ChaosBot shenanigans is in full swing. Queens are going to move forward. They will be able to prevent the push from this a little bit, and ChaosBot, if I recall, is going to throw a command center and maybe build a planetary at some point, continue on with the contain, and then do its random expanding. Although it looks like it might do random expanding here, or nope, just move around as, yeah, that's interesting. That is certainly interesting. Now, it looks like Lings are trying to make it out for Spiny, but they're not going to make it by. And we do see ChaosBot's strategy once again just looking real strong, basically capitalizing on the fact that it's very hard to program a bot to adapt to obstacles, in this case, 2 proxy bunkers. We did see that one drone from SpinyBot actually try and turn around as it was getting shot, so maybe there is some behavior there to try and save units that might have bad rallies, which is very important, I think, in this situation. And we've also got ChaosBot just being a total jerk, landing this barracks inside the main base of Spiny. Tries to get up a bunker too. Rather ambitious. That bunker will get cancelled. Cool to see that behavior's in there for ChaosBot. One thing I will say about these bots is that they don't have a ton of like oversights. Like the things that you think are just good behavior are almost always programmed in by these guys. Now, yeah, before we get too far into this game, which is very well already devolving into chaos, make sure to go ahead and hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Leave a comment down below, whether it can be gibberish or I don't know, chaos spines or whatever you want to say. It does help out with the videos, and let's try and hit 50 likes on this. That would be great. Show that you guys want to see more of these bots. And of course, if you've got a bot recommendation or you're a fan in the botting community, might be you can go ahead and suggest a game or whatever, and I'll probably cast it. Now, we do see Spiny responding to this aggression, has a Roach Warren on the way, and this is what I remember seeing last game from Spiny, which it was contained. I'm pretty sure it was Spiny. It basically sat back at home for a long time, built up a solid army, then pushed out, which is actually a very important trait when it comes to dealing with dealing with something like this, because if you just send out a trickle of units, you will never break that location. You need what's a critical mass, basically. A tank is on the way for ChaosBot as this factory gets scouted by this overlord. And oh my gosh, the programmer of ChaosBot must just be a madman, I say, as this bot is just nuts. Now, we do have a few lings run out against this bunker, unsuccessfully trying to break it. These lings working away on that barracks. There is a decent number. That might be enough to break these barracks. Or break these bunkers, pardon me. But with SCVs repairing, maybe not. So roaches are on the way for Spiny. We'll see when Spiny is going to sally forth to try and break this. And I presume ChaosBot is going to be heading towards battle cruisers like it did in the other game. I do feel, though, that Spiny is a lot better situated to deal with this than the previous bot, QueenBot. However, it looks like these lings having a hard time breaking these bunkers, notably Spiny not targeting down one of those bunkers, this Ravager, also not dropping its corrosive bile, which is an interesting trait. And oh, this is one of those situations which it wasn't quite a break from SpinyBot, and now Spiny's really paying the price for that. Threw away all those units, those 2 bunkers hold strong. So while Spiny did wait, build up a decent number of units, it was not enough, and it's going to need to do it more so. Something, however, has triggered for Spiny that it needs to build spore crawlers, despite not seeing the starport, which is rather interesting. So I'm wondering if it's just like a standard spore timing, but then it goes double spore, which really makes me wonder, what has SpinyBot seen to say, yeah, I need double spores, or is that just SpinyBot's regular behavior? And it must send something, right? Because this is now triple spores, which is ridiculous. Either that, or maybe that's the only AA SpinyBot relies on. That's a possibility. Units are transferring for SpinyBot towards the 3rd base. It seems that the bot likes to have a few units at each base, perhaps. Yeah, this is just looking a little rough for Spiny, as these bunkers are getting their efficiency. We are seeing the fusion core about to finish up for ChaosBot, and this could be getting real rough. Queen's going down to these bunkers. This is going to have to be something that bot developers really start hard countering. Looks like the lings are going to try and break this location. Once again, some lings hitting this bunker, some hitting this one. That's not going to be enough to break this location. So Spiny moving forward with a handful of units, but not enough. This bunker will start burning down. I'm curious if this is going to set a trigger for ChaosBot to send an SCV there to try and repair it, as this bunker is burning. So far, no SCVs moving out. There has been some ling scouting by Spiny to see, say, this command center out there, see all the crazy stuff going on. There we go. Starports have been seen. I'm not sure when that was the case, but there's now 2 battle cruisers on the way. So it is a good thing that there's a ton of spore crawlers here for Spiny. One of those bunkers now has gone down. Is Spiny going to try and break this location? One roach says he's up to the task. That is not going to be the case. A lot of lings are counterattacking ChaosBot, which is actually very good, as ChaosBot does not really defend its bases. I mean, we take a look, there's really nothing in its main, and it's just got random command centers all over the place. So Spiny's behavior of sending out a ling run by, realizing this base is vulnerable, is something that I do enjoy. And I would like to know what sort of causes this behavior to happen from Spiny, to say, oh, is that a vulnerable command center? Send out a portion of my army. It really is a whole curious thing. Now, the problem for Spiny is that there's only 4 queens to handle all these battle cruisers. The first BC showing up, queens can help shoo this away. The BCs, of course, will be zoned out by the spores. The queens are going to have a hard time against this BC, particularly as the second shows up. Spiny not pulling away the injured queens either, so, oh lord, this is going to get difficult. More queens are building to try and be an anti-air response. Of course, queens take a long time, and once there is a certain number of battle cruisers, it's just not really possible. Yeah, I really am enjoying these games, though. I know that it seems that, like, Spiny's kind of being played with here a little bit, but ChaosBot's design, I think, is something that's really, really exciting. And then, of course, I mean, we saw these lings. They actually killed off that command center. The squad could potentially move down towards the south, all the while these 3 battle cruisers are just causing a lot of grief here for Spiny. Spiny, notably as well, does have that spawning pool in a vulnerable spot. If that goes down, no queen production, which could very well be lights out. Spores are starting to engage the battle cruisers, which is rather important. The BC's not actually engaging the spores, so there is a chance that these battle cruisers could be forced away here. One's going to teleport away. I'm not sure where that guy decided to go. Looks like maybe that was base defense or just to retreat to get repaired. Looks like that is the case, retreat to get repaired. Yeah, what an interesting game so far, but it does look like Spiny took too much damage early on. I'm not sure how Spiny is gonna sustain itself, as there's still this one bunker here, there's still the siege tank. And really, I'd say that most of the damage that Spiny took comes down to it trying to break these bunkers, but not having quite enough. And it does go to show that while you can program your bot to respond to every little thing, like, you do need to program your bot to sometimes wait a bit before responding. It can't just rally out units here and there, as this bunker shows that and is still being a pain. And this is the point in the game which ChaosBot just starts spewing out random units here. A Raven on the way, a siege tank on the way. I mean, what? I don't even know. Lings are running down towards this base in the bottom right. However, the battle crews are able to deal with that. The bunker, the siege tank, still giving a lot of grief for Spiny. It's always one roach, it seems, for Spiny, trying to be a hero. It does burrow, and I mean, maybe that is part of the behavior for Spiny, just have the one roach burrow, heal, and then keep using it. That is an interesting usage of these roaches, as they are using this behavior. However, that Raven could actually come up, and I wonder if that is what triggered the production of the Raven by ChaosBot. I don't know, but these roaches, they are working away in this bunker. They're doing their thing, they're giving it a try. They're healing up, they're slowly coming out. Problem is, as soon as they unburrow, they get shot by a tank, which is not good. More roaches are on the way, and now an SCV is repairing this bunker. So yeah, it's just that classic no way to break this. It is really cool roach usage with the burrow behavior from Spiny, and that I gotta say all these programmers do have incredible ideas as far as how they approach these things. But yeah, I think ChaosBot's got this one, and yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, make sure to slap that like button. Just give it a little tappy. And I'm gonna keep casting ChaosBot, I think. I really do enjoy this strategy. Of course, Spiny is a very well-rounded bot for the most part. But I would enjoy seeing it, seeing a bot that has got a better response program for this. We're gonna speed things up a little bit as we do watch the chaos unfold all over the map as ChaosBot just does its thing, sending units all over the place. Like, hey, yeah, how about a random Widowmine in this spot? Yeah, sure, why not? Sounds good. We've got just more command centers going up. Interestingly enough, this base is a PF, but this base wasn't. Neither was this base. Will this one be? That remains to be seen. As ChaosBot throws up +1 infantry armor, that this bot's actually mad. Spiny is still fighting the good fight, but really it was that Spiny bot got pinned in a corner, never got past it. Is this gonna be a PF, or will you go for an orbital? Looks like the choice is an orbital command. That's something that I also find very curious. Like, why? Why that base an orbital? Why this one a PF? How do you decide that as a programmer? Why do you decide to get +2 infantry armor before you get attack, and then just get stim pack off your one barracks? Why? I don't understand, but I'm not gonna question it, as Spiny just deals with this constant harass. And this is something that we do see with bot behavior a lot. It is the, oh, how do I really, you can't really program a bot to be decisive, as we've seen. So it's like, oh, you just kind of have your units just dive in and out, do a little bit of dancing, and thus defeats tend to be dragged out a little bit longer here. Like, Spiny's floating a ton of minerals, but it just can't really spend them. Its attempts at expanding are being shut down, and of course, there's no way that the bot will ever recognize this. It'll just keep attempting. I mean, you can program a response, but even dealing with this as a player is a very tough thing. So the bot's just going to keep rallying units out, try and deal with this Widowmine. The Spiny does need to be able to deal with Widowmines. Like, it should be an Overseer heading out, but then you don't have a lair or a spawning tool, so Spiny has got bigger problems to deal with. But yes, hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe to the channel if you do enjoy this content. Consider becoming a member if you want to support the content. There's a few perks you can get. Join the Discord. We talk bots and stuff. ChaosBot also decides just to yeet that command center somewhere else, by the way, which is rather interesting. There's one Zerglin chilling out for Spiny, and I think we'll be nearing the end.